Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, a lot of you may or may not be aware that a GoFundMe page has been set up for Omoyele Sowore to raise the funds to get him out of the clutches of the DSS. So I shall be putting a link to that GoFundMe in the comment section, but I shall read through now what is going on that page just to inspire you. So I'm on the page now. This is the landing page and it's called Free Sowore. So it's called Free Sowore. It's GoFundMe and then it's /F and then /Free Sowore now. And then the hashtag, of course, is Free Sowore. So now this page was created 2 days ago, and let's just read what the introductory passage is. So the landing page, as I said, has a Free Sowore as the hashtag. So hashtag Free Sowore, and it says Take It Back movement is organizing this fundraiser. So now it's being credited to the Take It Back movement. I'm not quite sure who the Take It Back movement is. I'm suspecting it might well be Chidi, but I'm not saying it is Chidi, but Chidi is at the forefront of that internet presence of that movement. So it's just by speculation that it might well be Chidi. But this is what is being said. Mr. Sowore is a prominent journalist, human rights activist, and pro-democracy campaigner. He is the founder of Sahara Reporters, an online news agency that focuses on corruption, human rights abuses, and other political misconduct in Nigeria. Challenging government corruption and speaking truth to power has been the constant thread throughout Mr. Sowore's career. From the leading of student protests in the 1990s to his recent campaign running for the presidential office in Nigeria, in a bid to silence his hard-hitting voice, the federal government of Nigeria, through its Directorate of State Security Services, abducted Omoyele Sowore on August the 3rd, 2019. Despite a blatant lack of evidence to support the laughable charges brought against him, Mr. Sowore has been kept in detention for 60 days and counting. Also, despite a court order to release him on bail. Now, the government has demanded a king's ransom for him, 100 million naira, which together with the 50 million naira being demanded for another revolutionary who was charged with him, mandate amounts to 150 million naira. This is in addition to other specious conditions which we intend to appeal. We intend to unite behind Omoyele Sowore in cash and in kind by raising funds to meet those demands here. Thank you for your passion and patriotism, and please remember to visit freesowore.org for more information on how you can participate in our struggle. So now this is now signed off by Dr. Joshua Adeoye. So it's not actually Chidi, but it's a Dr. Joshua Adeoye, and his title, or the title that is being attached to his name, is Director General Take It Back Movement. So it's a Dr. Joshua Adeoye that is behind this. So now there's been several contributions. So let me just read out some of the contributions, how much was given by whom, and what the giver has to say as a reason for giving. So we start off with Olushola Badero. Olushola Badero is the name of the first person that gave, and he gave $20, and this is what he has to say. He is one of the reasons some of us still believe in Nigeria. He has committed no crime. Hashtag Free Sowore now. And that was donated 4 hours ago from the time I am making this particular video. So we go on to Cynthia Robinson. So Cynthia Robinson is the name of the next person that made a donation, and I'm just assuming by the name that this is a Westerner who is just aligning herself with this guy's cause. So Cynthia Robinson donated $50, and this is what she has to say. I admire and respect him. He is an inspiration, and what is happening to him is wrong. So this is just somebody that's been following the news on the sidelines and has decided to put her money where her mouth is. So well done, Cynthia. Next up is Adedoyin Ogunfayimi. Adedoyin Ogunfayimi is the next contributor. She donated 5 hours ago, and $50 was her donation. I donated because I detest the injustice against Sowore and Wale, which is the name of that guy called Mandate, and Agba Jalingo. So this is what she said. I donated because I detest the injustice against Sowore, Wale, and then Mandate in brackets, and Agba Jalingo. So she's now just highlighting all of the names in detention as well. So let's quickly go to how much has been raised so far. So the amount raised so far is $13,425, and the target is $500,000. So they're a long way away from what their target is. So that $500,000, of course, resonates with the 100 million or 150 million, should we put it in the right terms, because we have to include the guy Mandate as well. So the $150 million is probably the equivalent of the $500,000. So the 150 million naira, I should say, I'm not sure if I said dollars earlier on, the 150 million naira that Malam Buhari and his cabal are demanding as ransom on the head of Sowore and this young man that was detained with him, because I think that Wali guy is around about 2021, they're about really a child, really, you'd have to say. So he's been detained, and it's a baptism of fire for him. So this is his introduction to real life now, this young man. So $500,000 is the target. 13,425 has been raised so far. So guys, if you feel inspired or you feel inclined, then please just click on the link, which I shall put in the comment section. I have no association with this fundraising, by the way. This is nothing to do with me. This is just really me just trying to show solidarity with this guy, because I do not agree with the idea that free expression and freedom of our speech tantamount to treasonable felony, and I do not agree that abusing the president is something that you have to be detained for with a ransom of 150 million naira on your head. This is just authoritarianism to the point of despotism. This is really what is going on here. So this is really what is inspiring me to align myself with this movement. I do not agree with Sowore fully, but I defend fully his right to free expression. So his right to free expression must be protected, and you must be able to criticize the government in power. So if a government cannot brook criticism, then really we do not have a democracy. It's just as simple as that. There's no gray area in that. And what Sowore has done, calling against bad government and advocating for good governance, which is really the tonality of everything that he has said, does not amount or tantamount to treasonable felony. Is just farcical and laughable. Money laundering for transferring monies from one of his own account to another one of his own account. This is what these people are saying. It's just absolutely ludicrous, and these are the reasons that they are adducing for putting 150 million naira ransom on this guy's head. So now this is really what is really agitating people, and you can see from the donations that people are really agitated, because people are really now digging in to put their money where their mouth is and to show full support for this guy. So next up is Daniel Makinwa, although he spelled it Makinwa. So Daniel Makinwa, he's donating $60, and what he has to say is, I want Nigeria and Sowore free. That's just a simple statement there that he has made. He wants freedom both for his country and for especially this guy that has put himself right at the jaws of the lions that are devouring that nation. So well done to you, Daniel. So next up again is Tony Oyelade. Tony Oyelade is the name of this person, and Tony has been especially generous. $200 is what Tony has given. I admire Sowore's sense of courage and determination. This is what she's saying. Whether the Nigerian people like him or not, they may agree with some of his method, but they shouldn't be in denial. He occupied some major part of history. So there's absolutely no denying the part that Sowore has played in the history of that country, and he has been playing that part since his 20s, and he has been advocating for one thing and one thing only, for a better Nigeria. This has only been the theme that this guy has been pursuing all the way through. This guy fought Goodluck Jonathan to the bitter end. He fought Abacha to the bitter end. He fought Babangida to the bitter end. He fought all of them to the bitter end. So this is now his latest fight, the Malami now that we have in place. But this one is a different kind of animal, of course, because this one is riding with the Fulani herdsmen and they take no prisoners. So we really have to gird our loins on this one, because these people, they operate on one maxim and one maxim alone, and that maxim, of course, is brutality. So we've all seen it, and nobody can pretend not to know what Malam Buhari is all about. So let's just capture a few more and then see if there's anything else going on this GoFundMe page. So next up is a Valerin Olo. Valerin Olo is the name of the next contributor, and his or her donation is $50, and this is what he or she has to say. I want to see Sowore mandate and Jalingo free. They are fighting for our freedom by standing up to the government. Enough is enough. So this is what this person has to say. And then Sheun A, another big donation. Sheun A has been especially generous with $200. Nigeria is running out of time. This is what Sheun has to say. Nigeria is running out of time. We have misused all windows of opportunity, and the so-called opportunists that call themselves leaders have failed. What is pathetic is that Nigerians are like the Israelites that have failed to understand their worth and grumble even in the face of help. But we will not relent. For those who have held Nigeria hostage, the Lord will judge them, no matter who they are. They may call themselves leaders, men of God, or whatever, but the eyes of the Lord sees everyone's heart, and because their heart is wicked, he will visit the iniquities of the fathers unto the children. So this is quite a lengthy one, so I shall just leave that one there, because this video is now carried on a bit. So Loretta Oladayo is the next person, and we'll probably round off with Loretta, unless of course there's a big donation. Then I'll take Loretta, and I'll take a small donation just to show you that every little helps, every penny helps. So Loretta Oladayo is the name of this next person. I believe in Sowore for a new Nigeria is what Loretta has to say, donating $50 to back up her sentiment. So this one now is Ayenomuro Alaba. Ayelomuro Alaba is the name of this next contributor, and this person is donating $5. I donated because I strongly believe in Sowore's struggle. So this is just to show you that every little amount counts towards that $500,000 target. So a $5 donation from Ayenonuro. This is a difficult name to wrap one's tongue around, so let me attempt that again. Ayenomuro Alaba. So $5, a generous donation. I donated because I strongly believe in Sowore's struggle. So let me just leave it there. You can go have a read of it as well, because I shall put a link, of course, to the GoFundMe page in the comment section, so you can go have a read of what the page is all about, which I've already read to you anyway. But then you can go have a read also of the donations being made by people and the reasons that they are using for this donation. A worthwhile cause, and it's one that I would ask you to consider. I'm not asking you to go and do it. I'm not asking you not to go and do it. I am bringing you the information and the link to it, so you go have a look, see if you are convinced by it, and see if you are moved enough to be part of it. So this is my contribution to it. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be contributing physical cash, but I may or may not be contributing physical cash. If I am, then I'll do it in the course of the day at some point. But I am inviting you to give it consideration, which is really the purpose of this video, which is a contribution to. So this video itself is a contribution to that cause. Conversations in the comment section. A king's ransom for Sowore is what the Malamis are demanding. This is really effectively denying him bail, is really what they are trying to do, because how are you expecting a man? I mean, he's a reasonably okay man financially, Sowore, I imagine, but I don't think he's a man that can just whip out his checkbook and sign a check for 100 million naira. I don't know for certain that he's unable to, but it is my suspicion that he's not really of that level of wealth, because this is a significant amount of money that is being requested for this guy. So conversations in the comment section, as I always invite. But before you come join me in the comment section to engage with me on this one, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of this King's ransom on Sowore's head in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, join you in the comment section, but here I say peace.